Welcome back. I'm Udar Pratap Singh. You're joining us on NewsX. Our big focus this hour is the first session of the Delhi Assembly commenced today. A war of words began between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. This followed a stormy session with the tabling of the 14 pending CAG reports, including major issues like state finance audit, air pollution, excise policy, liquor scam, Sheesh Mahal issue, and many other issues. Amidst the reversal of power of Delhi between the AAP and the BJP, the proceedings of the House began, of course, with the newly elected Speaker Vijender Gupta. Aam Aadmi Party MLA lambasted, though, Delhi's Chief Minister Rekha Gupta over the removal of Dr. Ambedkar and Bhagat Singh's photographs from the CM's office. In fact, the leader of opposition, Atishi, accused the Delhi CM, saying she's against Sikhs and Dalits. Meanwhile, BJP slammed up, emphasizing that this is nothing but a diversionary tactic. Dr. Anil Gupta, BJP spokesperson, is joining us live. Nikhil Jain, political analyst, is live with us. Sumit Peer, political analyst, also joins us now live. Gyanendra Mishra, political analyst, is also with us on the broadcast. Let me begin with you first. Dr. Anil Gupta, how do you react to this war of words, a very stormy session that the Delhi Assembly saw right from the start? The Aam Aadmi Party says that you're against Sikhs, you're against Dalits. Why are you removing Bhagat Singh and B.R. Ambedkar's photos?
We thought they are used to telling lies when they were in the power. But when they are in the opposition, they continue their same behavior. In fact, they have been rooted out in this election from the Sikh-dominated constituencies as well as from the SC-dominated constituency. We have released the picture. Nobody has removed the photographs of Sayyid Bhagat Singh ji or Dr. Ambedkar ji. In fact, we have done the corruption. The Rashtrapita Mahatma Gandhi ji picture is there. The president picture is there. The PM picture is there. They should answer why they were against the Mahatma Gandhi, why they were against the Honorable President, because they never gave honor to an ST President, why they were against the PM. So they should reply to the citizen of Delhi why in their tenure they have not put up the picture of the PM President and the Rashtrapita Mahatma Gandhi. We have shown the photographs of the office, everything, where the picture of the Sayyid Bhagat Singh ji and Ambedkar ji is still there, and we respect them, and in fact, we respect a lot. But we are not like them to tell lies. You know, even the behavior of Atishi ji in the assembly today is condemnable. It was a customary speech to facilitate the newly elected Speaker of the Assembly, but instead of congratulating Vijender Gupta ji, she abused this. She should, I think, she should now show to the citizen of Delhi why she has told the lies. In fact, you know, they are not interested. In last 10 years, they were just abusing, they were just blaming. The same behavior continues. The Chief Minister Rekha Gupta ji, her cabinet have already started working. We have already, the cabinet has taken a decision to implement Ayushman Yojana. The cleaning of the Yamuna has started. The help to the poor woman, the mechanism has also been started. And I think when the CAG report will be tabled in the assembly, they will be fully exposed. In fact, you know, during the election, we came with the two documents. One is the Sankalp Patra, another one is the Arop Patra. And we are committed for our Sankalp Patra as well as the Arop Patra. Whatever misdeeds they have done for last 10 years, they should be exposed. And the loss to the exchequer, you know, Delhi is now in revenue deficit. That should also be communicated to the citizen of Delhi. I think now their lies have been exposed. The citizen of Delhi have rooted them out in this election. And if they continue with the same behavior, I think they will be, in near future, they will be completely rooted out from Delhi and other parts.
Okay, let's get a response to Gyanendra Mishra, come in here. Gyanendra Mishra, the Aam Aadmi Party has a habit of lying. They did it when they are in power. They did it now when they are in opposition too, says the BJP. These are all false allegations. How do you respond to this point raised by Dr. Gupta on the show? And at the end of the day, are these the issues that the people of Delhi want raised in the Delhi Assembly?
Yeah, so that's the point, Uday. I think it is in high time that our political parties, irrespective of the spectrum of affiliations, should rise over these kind of and petty issues and should concentrate on real issues which is facing, in this case, most particularly, the people of Delhi. You know, the BJP has come to power after such a long time, almost 27 years in Delhi, on the slew of promises that has been made to the people of Delhi. And it is the high time that these kind of divisionary discussions from the day first of the assembly session should be avoided, and the concrete and real issues and concrete plan to implement the promises that has been made by the BJP should now be discussed and implemented. See, the opposition has a role and responsibility to raise the issues which they feel is the pertinent, and obviously the BJP has, as I said, made slew of promises to the people, including this 25,000 per month payment to the women of Delhi, cleaning of Yamunas, and many other promises which all know, which we need not to reiterate here. And there should be a specific, discussed, structured, and detailed plan of implementation. And if the opposition demands that the ruling dispensations now gives out a detailed plan how, when it is going to implement and fulfill the promises they have made, I think that is the duty of the opposition, and the opposition should not be questioned for that. And the first day is again not a good sign, where we see, you know, the discussion again, and which is very unfortunate, again, you know, moving around which pictures are there, whose pictures has been removed, whose pictures has been added. Nobody, including the people of Delhi, is concerned whose pictures are there or not. What they're concerned with, the the right governance, the address to the issues, some burning and pertinent issues that are being faced by the people of Delhi, be it is the water crisis, be it the pollution, be it the rising prices, and many other things, and which the all political parties has raised, debated, and sought the vote for. It is the time to implement. See, the BJP has come on a promise of an alternative and better governance. Then it is the time to fulfill that promises and show that they are really, really serious about bringing the change and provide a much better governance, which they say was not being provided by the AAP. And, you know, yeah, the people has accepted, you know, the verdict itself says that people must be unsatisfied with the performance of the previous government. That is why this new government has been given a much bigger mandate, and it is the time to now seriously, you know, consider and implement those promises, rather than, you know, again started the first day, as we were talking about here, whose pictures is there, whose picture has been removed, who is putting what, who is wearing that. I think the people are really, 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 you know, tired of these kind of an political discussion and political slugfest. Now, my expectation with this government and the opposition as well, because it is a very good sign that the first time in India's political history, the chief minister as well as the leader of oppositions both are women. We expect them to provide an exemplary leadership, both in terms of, you know, the ruling government as well as oppositions, and at least in Delhi, where we all are, and we expect it to be the model governance and model debate, the model legislative assemblies. There should be now the solid discussions, instead of, you know, the making allegations and counter allegations, because, you know, the first statement that the honorable chief minister made is that as far as the implementation of the women benefit Mahila Samriddhi Yojana is, that AAP has given us an empty coffer, which was countered by the former chief minister, saying that we have lived a very strong fiscal prudence in the hand of now the government, and they should implement it. So if the opposition says that these kind of an statement seems to be a diversionary tactics not to fulfill the promises that has been made, the only alternative and good answer to that is to implement the promises, rather than then again getting, as I said, the political set of what you did, what you left with us, and what we not, because everybody know what you were left with, and now you have made those promises, and it's the time to implement and fulfill those promises. So this is my expectation. I think we all, as a resident of Delhi, should raise our voice and let not the political parties and netas to engage into the diversionary politics and tactics, and not to address the issues on which they have been elected and have been asked by the people of Delhi to show their performance.
Okay, let me in fact quickly also take that across to Sumit Peer, who's also live with us. Sumit Peer, at the end of the day, of course, now we are also seeing on the first day several reports being tabled. Does this mean trouble ahead for the Aam Aadmi Party? And how do you react to the war of words that erupted on day one?
Uday, thank you very much for having me on your show. Look, it's very simple. AAP never expected to be out of the power. I will refer to what Mr. Kejriwal said, that Modi ji, आपको अगला जन्म लेना पड़ेगा दिल्ली में सत्ता में आने के लिए. That is what he said. Modi is a psychopath. Modi मुझसे डरता है. These are the words of Kejriwal, not mine. With that kind of arrogance at hand, he never expected he will be ever out of power, at least in Delhi. He built a Sheesh Mahal thing, he will ever rule Delhi, but things turned upside. And he always said that if you want me to go back to jail, you have to vote BJP into the power. I'm again quoting, all these are quote unquote statements of Mr. Kejriwal only. Now, when this thing happened, now there is a perpetual fear in AAP. They are really scattered. They are really scared because Modi ji said कि जिन्होंने देश को लूटा उनको लौटाना पड़ेगा. ये भी मोदी की गारंटी है. I'm referring you to the speech when what Modi ji said when he came to the party office after the win. With all those things coming and BJP really getting into action. Look, Rekha Gupta ji, you never expected her to become the CM. She became woman CM, first day action. You know, Gamna plan, Ayushman, 4 points, cleaning up the drains. There were 4, 5 points which were laid on the day one. And she categorically said the coffers are empty. And even during the campaign, it was made, I think it was your discussion, I think Mr. Anil Gupta was also here. I think somebody made a point that for the first time, Delhi's budget is in deficit. The budget was already in deficit. It didn't become that when BJP took over power. Now, when AAP knows that this all plethora of laws, that so-called Kejriwal's model of governance, so-called Kejriwal's model of education, all these will be exposed. And then people will come to know what the scams which are being alleged. There are a lot of scams which are in discussion. So how to counter that? They want to set the tone. They want to get aggressive. They want to start questioning the government. They want to make these petty things. So, ye photo hata diye, wo photo laga diye, all these things. And what is, I found it oxymoronic that when you are in Punjab, and even till this date, you are not prepared that 1,000 rupees to the woman. Then there's a new chief minister who has come to power first day and asking, bhai list de do, paise kyun nahi aaye? You know, these kind of things are talking of that you are trying, that offense is the best defense, because you want to create that offense, you want to create those things where then when the things like CAG report will come in, when jail board audit reports will come in, when so many other alleged scams which are going to hit you, then you will have an excuse, you will have already done your fielding and the base work saying, look, this is all political vendetta, we never did it, we have been talking about it, we have been talking about it. Because the biggest shock what Kejriwal and the AAP got, they got rejected from the people of Delhi, which they never expected. And on the top of that, and let me quote Mr. Kejriwal again, he said, "मैं तो anarchist हूँ." He has said that, quote unquote, I'm an anarchist. Now, I think that anarchist designs and that mentality is getting reflected in what we see Atishi doing. It's very bad and very unfortunate that on the first day you are trying to go to such things. You should be really there and talking about the things. Give BJP government some time, and if they have not implemented things, question them. You can have all the right to question them and put it in the public forum. But when you are going for the first day of the assembly and you are trying to put allegations and you are trying to counter on right and left, people will see it as your mere frustration. People will see it that you are running out of issues. People will see you are trying to create a house of cards, because when these things will start coming out, you won't have anywhere to hide. And you have been rejected by the people. The law of the land will catch up with you. Things have gone against you. And in such a equation, rather than being a role of a constructive opposition, they are trying to do this. It's unfortunate Archie ji being a woman and being ex-chief minister of Delhi, she should look at her individual personality to how a leader of opposition should be like, or how an ex-chief minister should talk to the current chief minister, whoever both are ladies. Rather than, it's very unfortunate, she's trying to run the agenda of Mr. Kejriwal, who wants to create chaos, confusion, and tamasha all the time. I mean, with such a thing, it's very unfortunate what we are seeing. But I hope that people of Delhi are seeing through it. People of Delhi know it will take time to for the things to come through, and there is not even one doubt or a one iota of doubt that Modi ki guarantee will not be met. If it is after 1 year you raise this issue, 1.5 years, or 6 months you raise this issue, it's still realistic. What will you expect Rekha Gupta ji to do in first 1 hour in the assembly? Do you think she has a magical wand, or do you want to? She wants to create an image, imaginary people on the excel and start sending money? Well, that is not how BJP works.
Right.
And with due respect, so that one last point, the respect of Modi ji for Sikh community is known. He's respected better than any of the prime ministers. After 84 massacre, you know what is the position of Sikh brothers in Delhi, and respect of Modi ji, who's himself from Dalit community, respect for Dr. Ambedkar, and what are his visions and what are his steps he has taken for the Dalit brothers and all the deprived sections of the society are very well known. And after knowing that, and you want to question his credentials by ek photo idhar sa udhar ho gaya, that too an allegation, is very heartbreaking, I would say.
Okay, I think Gyanendra Mishra wants to quickly counter you before I get Nikhil Jain in.
At when Sumit ji said that now Modi ji has become a Dalit also. So my knowledge was that he's an OBC, so okay, maybe that is a slur of the tongue. See, the whole
Sumit?
point is that I would.
Yes, sir. Gyanendra Mishra ji, OBC है, Dalit or OBC, we know what it is. Though if you can, let's not pick up on the words. The idea is that he's from a deprived section of the society and he's the prime minister and he has done. But now you're questioning his credentials. Ki photo idhar se udhar ho gayi. That to an allegation, that to a fake allegation. If you start questioning these things, as Atishi ji, it really reflects that you're run out of issues and you don't know what to do. You're really.
No, Sumit sir, I agree. I respect you, but I think, that when you are praising your leaders, I understand that you go on praising, but at least, be aware of the status of your great leader, because you said that he's a Dalit. That is why I smiled at that when the Prime Minister has become Dalit. See, the whole issue is that by and large, I would agree with what you are saying. It is in too short a time, obviously to put the performance of the government on table. But I think you also cannot find fault with the opposition, which opposition is going on hammer and tongue and trying to put a pressure on now the government to implement the various promises that the party has made before coming into.
Okay, Nikhil Jain, let me get you in here. Nikhil Jain, now we've seen, of course, how the first session of the Delhi Assembly has panned out. What do you make of the Tutu Meme, the war of words? The election may have ended, but it seems the ruckus still continues. Also, at the end of the day, do you believe that these are now looking like perhaps reports that could end up being further trouble for the Aam Aadmi Party? The many reports tabled on the first day itself.
Well, I don't quite know whether these reports will spell trouble for the Aam Aadmi Party or not, but whether there is indeed indicting evidence in the reports against Aam Aadmi Party government or not, the BJP is definitely trying to present it as if there's something wrong, because that's what they've been trying to do with the US.
And are these allegations diversionary tactics or not, according to you?
Absolutely, I absolutely agree with you. See, I was just going through the PRS website for the revenue deficits of different states, and as per the latest budget estimates, now let's wait for the next budget, latest budget to come in. But the 2024 to 25 budget, Delhi is Delhi is not a revenue deficit state. Delhi is a revenue surplus state. Of course, things did change a little bit in the last couple of months, but Delhi's revenue surplus is 0.3% of the GDSP. Compare that to an Uttar Pradesh that is 3% in deficit, or Maharashtra that is 0.5% in deficit. So I don't understand why the BJP needs to make excuses about that Aam Aadmi Party government left Delhi's coffers empty, this and that. To me, I do find some merit in Atishi's allegations that perhaps the BJP is already setting ground to not fulfill the promises that they made during the elections in terms of the 2,500 rupees that they wanted to give out to the women. Also, in terms of what we're talking about, how this photo was removed or that photo was not removed. I feel this is the kind of politics that does not help the country at all. We are living in a city with toxic air, with toxic water, with almost toxic traffic, and yet our leaders are talking about some portrait or being there or not being there. I think whichever party raises this issue is just trying to divert from their own fallacies or from the work that they're not doing. And I think the people of Delhi deserve something better.
All right. Yes, Sumit, very quickly, and then I want to go back to Dr. Gupta.
Look, Uday, this about the budget, what Nikhil Bhai is saying, if you look at the latest election campaign, it was your show only, I believe, wherein there were clear-cut allegations from BJP in that at the time of the elections, before the time of the elections, that BJP, the Delhi today is a budget deficit state. There is a budget mein gata hai. And never ever a AAP leader came and clarified that no, it is a wrong allegation. It is not like it. But whatever was the position 1 year back and whatever is the position today after 1 year, the things would have changed. That is what the things have been talking about. And what is the most important thing is that when a new lady chief minister has come in and you are a lady chief minister, what should be the focus is that women related issues, the things which are very, very important to them. And rather than kind of talking about that, let me remind what happened to these ladies from the Punjab who came and did a dharna, Congress organizer, which is out of Congress. And these women said, we never got paid 1,000 rupees. For 2 years, you have not paid 1,000 rupees. And for the first day, you want money to be in the people's account. This is...
Dr. Gupta, we've seen also Vijender Gupta being elected formally as your speaker in the Delhi Assembly. What has led to his choice and how do you believe he is going to be an effective speaker in the next 5 years?
See, when he was the leader of the opposition, he suffered a lot. He is a third-time MLA of the Delhi government. He knows all rules and regulations. But today itself, he mentioned that there will not be any partiality. He will go as per the rules. But while congratulating Vijender ji, the Atishi, what she diverted the issue. She instead of thanking Vijender ji, she highlighted the issue of the pictures, which is a false allegations. The tone which Atishi has said is not good for the democracy, is not for Delhi. We have made this 16th Sankal for Viksit Delhi. Our government have already started working on that. The cabinet has started working on Ayushman, the Yamuna cleaning, the Yojana for women. They are not interested in that because they are worried because CAG report will be tabled. And about this revenue deficit, we have been mentioning this in the electioning time also. Today also mentioned. You check the records by 31st March 2025. There is a revenue deficit of roughly 7,000 crores. The Delhi government doesn't have a money to pay to the pensioner, doesn't have the money to pay to the ongoing, even for the drainage cleaning, the bills are pending, which is not reflecting, and they are not talking about this. And definitely the financial some statement will come in the assembly. You will be knowing all the exact details, but the finance secretary, the officials have already clarified that they don't have money for the ongoing projects. What does that mean? Roughly a revenue deficit, and they should need to be answered. And with this, the CAG report, they were lying with the Kejriwal and Atishi for last 1 year. They did not dare to table in the assembly. They did not dare to put that in the public domain because we presume some hanky-panky was there. And we are going to express, that was our election manifesto. On the first session of the assembly, that was our in manifesto that we will put this CAG report, let the people of Delhi know what they have done to STP, what they have done to DTC, what they have done to Delhi Jal Board, what they have done to other issues. If they are clean enough, they will come clean. But because Modi ji has said, he will work in zero tolerance, zero corruption. And one more thing, apart from the Sankalp Patra, we came out with the Arop Patra also. Both the documents we work together. They will not be spared. Yeah.
Yes, Gyanendra Mishra.
No, so Uday, you have any question from me?
Okay, we've run out of time. My thanks to our guests for joining us. Let's take a break. Much more coming up.